I will win the Daytona 500 by racing my shitty Honda Civic. 29 days. 29 days I've been unemployed. I know I'm not dumb, but sometimes life pushes me in a direction of, I wouldn't say depression, but energy. The energy within me, the electricity, my inner guide is telling me something's wrong. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but there's something wrong with this economy. There's something wrong. And I can't put my finger on it. That the electricity that's flying through my body is the energy that hypes me up, is telling me rent, inflation, car payments are all out of whack. Out of whack. Whackety whack whack. Out of whack with reality. Out of whack with myself, my family, my friends. If you have friends. You know, in this life, it's so hard to make friends or be in a relationship as well. I mean, even though I'm applying for jobs, like I seen this article that said 50% of women are going to be single by 2030. And that's pretty, like, that statistic is kind of scary, but kind of good. Because if you think about it, people that are incapable of dating someone, it just gives more options to the people that are wealthy and the people that are rich and the people that have nice sports cars and stuff like that to date these women. So, but do you think the women are trying to lock people down? Like with, like, let's say they find a man that pays them, like, he's making millions of dollars or something like that. Every woman wants that man. Just like me, I'll date anybody. I don't give a fuck. And I don't know if I'm like a different kind of whatever you call that, where I'll date everyone within reason. That as long as they're in shape, I most likely would date them. Because I'm more numbers based, where I don't feel like I want, like, it just gets boring after a while, 3 6 months of dating someone, you're like, dude, I'm had enough of this shit. Maybe I should pack my stuff and go. But where am I gonna fucking go if I'm unemployed? Tell me, guys, where am I gonna go if I'm unemployed? Am I gonna go to Alaska? Am I gonna go to Texas? Am I gonna go to PA? Am I gonna go to New York? The last place ever I would go to is New York. Or California, for that instance. Or I think Oregon, California, New York. Um, Oregon, I think the crime is off the charts, so I don't really like it that much. California, the rents are like $3,000 a month. I don't know how anybody is surviving over there. Same with New York. Like, even it's even hard over here. Like, when rent's $1,500 a month, like, what are we supposed to do with that? Like, how am I supposed to afford anything? Like, I need to afford stuff in life. I need to buy stuff, fuel the economy by buying stuff as a consumer. How am I going to do that if I have no money? Tell me, guys, how am I going to do that if I got no money? And I got no money, that means I can't do anything. I can't date anybody. I can't be in a relationship. I can't find someone to love, because love costs money. Love costs lots of money. It costs lots of money to love someone, and I have no money. So how is that going to be? How is it going to be that I want to love someone, I want to date someone, I want to be in a relationship with someone, but what's holding me back is the fear of failure, a little bit. Fear of failure, fear of success. Especially when I'm applying for these jobs, I think I have the fear of failure. I don't know if you guys feel like that too, guys and gals. The fear of failure can be greater than 1,000 suns. And I ponder that. I ponder that at nighttime. I ponder that during the day. Like, am I going to be a failure in life? Like, is this my life ever going to take off? Like, who knows? Who knows if my life going to take off or not? Only I know. I know whether my life will be good or great or horrible, a train wreck or a living fucking nightmare. That's all up to me or the economy. I have no say in it. It just happens. You have good parts in your life, you have bad parts. The bad parts are applying for these shitty jobs that pay you $15 an hour. That's the really bad parts of the life. So if we live through all the bad parts of life, maybe we'll get to the good parts of life. Whatever makes you happy. Like, me working for a job, like, I know, like, a girl that she's a GM and she works 60 hours a week. Fuck that. I don't want to work 60 hours a week. I want to work maybe 40 hours, 45 hours. Like, I don't want to live a life where I'm always working. I'm always working. I'm always working. And I can't figure out why I can't afford anything. Because even though I don't have a job right now, it makes it even harder to try to succeed when you have nothing. If you have nothing, it's way harder to succeed. Like, if you're negative in your bank account, if you can't afford basic groceries, basic utilities, you can't afford rent, you live in your parents' basement, you live with your parents, and there's nothing wrong with that because this life is fucked up. Like, shit's messed up right now. And we gotta take the initiative to really figure out what are we gonna do with our life? What are we gonna do with the things that will make us happy? Because the things that are not making me happy or living in poverty, that's the shit that doesn't make me happy. I mean, I know it could be a lot worse. Like, I could be living in Philadelphia, I could be living in the trenches, Kensington, Section 8, when there's people with, like, guns running around and shit. I mean, yeah, I can live in that environment and pay like $500 a month for rent, but the chance of you surviving that shit is pretty low because everyone's on drugs. But how does that person succeed? How is the person in Section 8, like Kensington trap shit, how do they succeed? Because there's no possible way that there's good jobs around there because everyone left the neighborhood because they gave up on. They gave up on possibly living a good life over there because there's people running around with guns constantly. It's like, and that's the problem with America. The problem with America is there's no respect. There's no respect going around. Employers don't respect me. When I go into interviews, they kind of laugh at me. They're like, "Oh, I don't know. Is it okay if I wait a week? I won't give you an answer." So they just drag you along, drag you along. They keep dragging me along. I'm tired of being dragged along. I just want a job, dude. Give me a job. And there's someone in the comment section who was like, "Why don't you get a job?" I'm trying to get a job. That's every single day I'm trying to get a job. I'm applying for hundreds of places and nobody gets back to me. So what am I trying to do? Like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to do anymore. I mean, I can get angry, frustrated as hell. This shit is frustrating as hell. This economy, like, why can't we just be paid $30 an hour and just live a good life? Like, and then get like 50 hours a week, 40, or we work wherever we want. Why can't it be good like that? Like, if society keeps progressing, why can't we have 20-hour work weeks? Like, why do we have to work 70+ hour a week, 2 3 jobs? Like, how is that helping us? I mean, I talk to a lot of people, like, I know, and they're having a hard time in life right now. Mentally, physically exhausted. I just want to live a good life. I just want to live a good life, and I don't want to live a shitty, horrible life. And that's the song that I'm telling my employers. I just want to live a good life. I don't want to live a shitty life. I want to make money. I want to make good money. I don't want to be I want a job. I want a girlfriend. I want a house. Give me money, life. Give me the money because I am not have any money right now. What if my savings goes to zero? What happens then? Because that's the part they leave out. They leave out is a part where you have any savings. How's there people that are being paid $1 billion a year and we can't even save $1? The fuck is going on around here? And we gotta challenge these people. I'm not saying like there's a saying like eat the rich people. I'm not saying like eat the rich people, but I'm saying that it needs to be more fair. Like life has to be fair. Why is some people controlled by complete greed and you maybe think that's what you want, but at the end of the day, as in the Bible, I think I'm not making a religion marks, but I'm saying basically greed destroys everything, and it will destroy everything. It will destroy this planet. And I mean, if you look at the other countries right now that are going to wars right now, like you think about like we caused that by our unbelievable greed of our greed of taking over trillions of dollars of debt is saying a big, almost like an fu finger at the entire world, an fu finger at me, you, your friends, people you know. That's the things that don't make me happy. I mean, it's just a lot. It's a lot to deal with every single day. Because every single day we would deal with this. We try to apply for jobs, and the employer ghosts us, and they make up this story. Then they fire us the first week. It's all this thing. It's like there's no protections in place. There's no protections for us to get money, and then we have infinite bills on top of that. So we have infinite bills, and then we can't get a job, and then we get paid shitty when we do get a job. So it's funny how the reality goes. It's funny how the bottle spins in the opposite direction of where we're supposed to go in life. But then my friends in college, my good friends that did go to college, um, I don't know about them. But make sure this, even though this is the middle of the video, request a Cameo. Shoot me a Cameo. I do them. I can do them like every day. It's like 15 seconds, or instead of requesting a Cameo, you can send me a personal message, and I can reply to that as well. And I reply to your comments in the comment section. But besides requesting cameos from me, which I love doing, I love doing cameos. Being unemployed is just so treacherous. It's like you being on top of Mount Everest and you're like looking down in the abyss. The abyss is all the bills we have, and we're about to fall off that cliff and fall off the abyss. I'm not saying we're on Mount Everest, but it's pretty close. Pretty close to us being on the top of the mountain, and then we fall off the mountain. We fall off, and we fall and fall, and we fall and fall and fall, and nobody's there to catch us. There's no safety net. And then we fall and fall and fall more, and then we hit the ground. And then we're basically dead. That's life. Not saying we're going to fall off Mount Everest to our demise, basically, but that's how life feels at the moment. Even though they're pushing a lot of stuff on us. They're like, you should get married, you should do all this and stuff like that. I mean, it's pretty hard to succeed when you have no money. Just putting it out there. I'm putting it out there on the street that it's hard to succeed if you have no funding. And even if you have funding, it's hard. Can I just, like, can a employer at least reply to me on Indeed? Like, because I'm applying for, like, lots and lots of jobs, and then in these job descriptions, they want someone with 10 years experience, 20 years experience, and if they don't like you, they just fire you. It's like terminate you. It's like rough out here. So rough. That's why I tell people, like, don't leave your jobs just yet, because the economy is just so messed up right now. You don't want to do that, you know? So what I want you guys to do is subscribe and share. Subscribe and share in the comments below, and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.